Hey Sam!
Hi! Oh, it's so nice to see your face.
Oh my god, and your hair looks so good.
So it's about four different colours.
When did you dye it blonde?
Well, I shaved it. I shaved it because so I was doing a charity shave for Dog Onto Cancer, and it was supposed to be like a bunch of people on stage and all having our heads shaved, and that was like so a week before lockdown. That was cancelled, obviously because of COVID. And then so I shaved it, and then everyone was like, "Oh, people are shaving their head for the NHS. Is that why you didn't?" And I was like, "Sure."
Just go with the trend, why not, right?
I shaved it for everyone. So then I dyed it as well, blonde, because lots of people were doing that, and I hadn't had it blonde for ages. And then, do you know, I really liked it.
I love it blonde.
So I dyed it again, and my friend, who's a hairdresser, obviously is doing nothing. He gave me like a bottle of like toner, so it's gone sort of a bit purpley as well.
No, but it's really nice. It's not like orange or like...
No, it's growing out as well, and it just takes so many different colours. But it matches my weirdly coloured beard as well, so it's all right.
Do you know what? I've seen worse during lockdown, trust me. Half the people I've seen, their fringes, the guys are like down here. You actually look absolutely fine.
And let's be honest, we've seen each other looking worse before.
Exactly. On a Saturday morning, tired from the night before because we had been out or something, trying to struggle to get through our shows. Obviously being extremely professional.
Of course. And ordering in a pizza.
Of course. Trying to get rid of all that from inside from the night before.
I miss my Saturdays with Nayha.
I know. It's crazy. I feel like it's been such a long time. Do you know, I've actually not been in the studio since the end of February, because I was planning to go on a 2-week holiday to the Philippines and Bali with my boyfriend at the beginning of March, and obviously that got cancelled, so I took loads of time off anyway just because I was going to be away, and I literally haven't been back since.
Well, the thing is, because you have stuff all ready to record at home, don't you?
Yeah.
And I was gonna get stuff, and then I tried trouble trying to find it, and then I knew nobody was going to the office, so I thought I'll just drive, and then it was the first time I did it, it was just so weird because there was nobody on the road. It would normally take, so I live in Welwyn Garden City, and normally it takes me half an hour, 45 minutes on a Friday to get there for my drive time show, and it was like 20 minutes each time.
It's crazy. It must be like no traffic.
But it was almost quite... Did you drive while you... Have you driven at all in lockdown?
Do you know what? Out of the 3-4 months, I had probably driven about 4 or 5 times. But the first time I drove was a month after. Big fail, going in my flip-flops, sandals, driving. First of all, I forgot how to drive anyway. And then secondly, I had no support from my feet. It felt so weird driving. Really weird.
Well, I mean, it's fine. But the thing is, I do... Because they had signs up all the time saying, like, you know, keep to the speed limits, blah, 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 blah. Because, like... When there's no one on the road, you're really tempted to be like, "Man, it's a racetrack."
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't. So, but people were, and it was madness because, like, when you're on a motorway in the middle of the day and there's no one there, it's just super spooky. And,
it must have been really weird because your show's on a Friday and a Saturday, so you go in on a weekday and a weekend.
I go in on a Friday night, and that's when all the traffic is. And obviously, we do traffic reports on Vibe, so that's been a challenge to do the traffic report, but also when there's been no traffic. So I've talked a lot about, staying safe on the tube, and because a lot of it at the beginning was about not using the tube either at all. So how do you do a traffic report when there's no traffic?
When there's literally no traffic. But to be fair, the roads are getting a lot busier now, and I guess with the retail stores opening on Monday, it's going to be super busy, isn't it?
I know. Well, I was in on Friday just gone, and when I went to do the traffic, and there was some traffic reports, and I was like, yay, traffic reports!
Something to actually talk about. So what have you been doing with your time as well this whole time?
Well, I put up some shelves in my bedroom.
There you go. How long have those shelves been trying to get up for?
Well
done.
I'm so manly, you know me, babe.
Good though. Well done, you.
Yeah. So I did that, but also I have been writing because, as you know, I'm a journalist as well. So I've written a couple of features for the Times, and I've been doing like a new blog for a different company, and so I'm doing some of that. But obviously, at the beginning, like jobs that I had done already, they were, I literally just finished a few things, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't pay you this month," blah blah blah, which was fine, but it was just because I know everybody was in the same boat. but it was just like, everything sort of went on hold, didn't it? Like everything just ground to a stop. I mean, you're furloughed, aren't you?
Yeah, so I do recruitment part-time as well as obviously all my media stuff as well. So one of my TV shows has been absolutely axed for the moment because the production team's in India and they went into lockdown straight away. So that's gone. So they're just showing repeat episodes. The other one, I was meant to be for Sky One, WhatsApp TV. I was meant to be in production last month, but I think we're going to be in production in July. And my recruitment job, they got us to work from home for like 3 days. I couldn't work from home. I'm not one of those people that can concentrate at home. When I'm at home, I'm just going to switch off and just watch TV. I'm not responsible like that. And then the whole time I've just been furloughed. So it's weird when you're busy Monday to Monday and now you are doing nothing.
I know, nothing. And but the thing is though, I know a lot of people said they got bored, but like I've never really got bored because I do work from home mainly because being a freelance journalist on top of
you would work. You wouldn't. Yeah.
I know, and so broadcasting stuff, like I would do radio interviews, but like for like news orientated places. But then obviously I would do that over the phone anyway, or because you would rarely go into the studio before lockdown anyway. So things haven't really changed. So then I can't really then say, I'm so bored at home when nothing much has changed, because that would be just bored all the time. I mean, there was a difference in that. I don't know if you noticed with newspapers or magazines or anything, that a lot of them got a lot thinner.
Yeah, of course, because of content and everything like that. They're not being able to be created.
Nothing was happening. So a friend of mine, he's showbiz editor at one of the major papers.
Yeah,
and his boss said that he wasn't allowed to do any showbiz stories that were COVID related, and he was like,
really? But that's all there is. There's literally there's like some news outlets at the moment where there's actually a section where it says COVID free because some people just don't want to keep talking about it, you know?
Well, no, you don't want to. But the thing is that luckily there is now news going on where other things are happening. I mean, like obviously, like it's a time of massive unrest. You know what I mean? With protests and with everything and counter protests and all that, and people want to be amused, you know what I mean? A lot of the time, they want to step away from any news-related stuff.
I know. Well, that's what we try to keep all of our shows light-hearted as well on Vibe, right?
Of course. And like, you know, like it's like when, you know, you're not supposed to talk about the election, etc. And they tell us not to talk about the election. You're like, I don't want to talk about it anyway.
I know. Yeah. You just wanted to focus on the music and the fun stuff at the moment.
The music and the fun and what you've been doing, and obviously has been a serious aspect to everything.
Absolutely.
But I mean. So Nayha, actually, like, so obviously there's been, you know, a lot of people doing TikToks and famous people doing music and stuff. Have you watched any gigs at home that you've really loved?
I saw the Robbie Williams one, the Take That one, because Robbie Williams was there, so I was just like, oh my God, I watched...
Robbie!
Oh, it was amazing seeing them all together and stuff. Questionable outfits, but I loved it. And
I know, I thought Mark looked like Margot from The Good Life.
Margot from The Good Life.
Like an old lady in a gardening outfit.
I think they were just trying to be really on trend. It's just like you're at home, like except being in your PJs. Like how many times have you heard me saying I've been in my PJs?
And we're like, we're having another PJ day, Nayha. Wasn't it one day we were talking and we both had Doritos for breakfast?
Yeah, and we felt ashamed. Like, what did you do? I just woke up and I just started eating a bag of Doritos in my pajamas, and it's like 4:00 and I'm still in my pajamas. I'm not gonna lie, that life is still lived at the moment. I'm still doing that. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I mean, like, I did a piece for a newspaper the other day, and I took a picture of it was to do with basically my lockdown, how lockdown has affected my grooming habits.
Oh yeah.
And they wanted me to do a selfie, right? And so I did a selfie in the bathroom, but because it was about like, you know, I didn't get many hairs on my chest, but I shaved them and stuff, and like I hadn't bothered, and I was just like, right, I'll do. So I did it without a t-shirt on, but it was only like from here, so you couldn't see anything other than the top of my chest. And they were like, yeah, I love it. And then they came back and they were like, oh, can we have one with your shirt on, please? And I was like, because they hadn't even asked me to have one with it off, and I was like, oh, it's not the first time someone's asked me to put my clothes back on.
That is the funniest thing I've actually heard this whole lockdown. That is brilliant.
I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, I'm so awful.
You are gorgeous, Sam. That's just lockdown life. We've all got our tops off. We're all in our pajamas, except me at my worst, right? That's the saying.
Yeah. You always look beautiful, though. You know.
Oh, thank you. I've only put a dress on for you. Look, I've actually only just got changed for you.
Thanks, honey.
Otherwise, my pajamas are here. Straight in after this call.
ready to whip that dress and put your
ready to get it back in. Now, have you done any cooking over lockdown?
Well, I do a lot of cooking anyway. So I've been in lockdown with my mum and dad, and so I do quite a lot of the cooking anyway. So What we did do, I have been making pizza bases. So I've been making pizza from scratch. Oh yeah, honey.
That is great.
And so so right at the beginning, when you couldn't get any flour, I wanted to get so you have to get this flat type. It's grade 00. You can use it for making pasta or pizza bases.
Okay.
But we couldn't find it anywhere. So Dad went online and bought basically a 25 kilogram sack of it that arrived, and I was like, what? Like, it runs out in a year, and I was like, how am I going to use a 25 kilogram sack of flour?
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm not starting a pizzeria.
Oh my God, that must have been so expensive as well, because everything's so expensive now. They've literally just popped the prices up.
Well, he went to it was an outlet for restaurants.
Oh, that's good.
So he bought like 4 sacks of potato wedges, and nobody even likes wedges in this house. I was like, what do we even need these for? And like another sack of chicken wings, which actually I've managed to eat my way through.
Oh my God, but that's what happens. Everyone's been bulk eating, bulk buying, and I like amount of Pringle tubs I've gone through. It's shameful.
You could make a fort with them.
Can you see my bin? Texas barbecue right there. Guilty.
The shame of you.
I thought I could hide it on camera.
Is that your bedroom that you're in now?
Yeah, it's my bedroom. So I literally do my show on the floor down there. I started off doing it here, trying to look really professional, like on like a little cabinet thing. But literally, I've just been doing it on the floor because what else can I do?
Your room is so tidy.
I've got the
you tied
box
it up
room.
for this.
Oh, no. Luckily, because it's so small, I have to constantly keep it tidy. But I've got the box room. I'm living with my parents as well. So it's like I've got the box room, unfortunately. So gotta make do with it.
Exactly. Personal space is personal space, honey.
Exactly. Oh, Sam, it's so good to speak to you. I can't believe I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. It's been, over 3 months. I haven't bumped into anybody at the Vibe office, but... promise when we can get back together, we'll do our Sunday shows back to back.
100%.
And we'll hang out, have a catch up, and have some pizza. I'll make a homemade pizza. No,
oh, please, can you? No. And also, can you send me the recipe after this call to how to actually make the dough? Because I'm really interested. That's my thing on my list now.
I'll send it to you, babes. Don't worry.
Yay! Oh, Sam, I missed you so much.
I miss you too, darling. So good to speak to you.
And you, so good. Thank you so much for jumping on this call to have a catch up with me.
Yeah, you too. Love you, doll.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.